No. I had to recheck. Okay, see? Now, this was working before I went online, so I don't know what's going on over here. But that's okay, it's just my coffee link. My chat box will make sure to remind you to go to... Oops, I forgot to change that. Hang on, we're gonna do this live, it's going to be fun. Okay. And now it's updated. So hello, if this is your first time here, my name is Shiro. I'm going to post the rules as soon as I remember what I used to do the backslash. And it's actually the exclamation point. So yes, hello, if this is your first time here, my name is Shiro. Here we have somebody new, Ronald's. I'm just gonna say Ronald because I am terrified of screwing up the name here. Hi Shiro, I love what you did with Gabe and Beth Lerman on Super Mario Adventures Continued. Thank you! I do the art, I do 95% of the Easter eggs, and I'm the reason Kami Calamity is called Kami Calamity and not Kamek Calamity. So thank you. It's very nice to log on and just be told, I love your stuff. That's great. That's really great. I swear I'm not being sarcastic. I'm neurodivergent, so if I sound sarcastic right now, it's an accident. I swear. So if this is your first time here, I'm a comic artist, as you guys just learned, if it's your first time here. And what I usually do on this stream is I talk a little bit about what I did artistically in the past week. If I did anything, well, if I did anything, I do a lot of art during the week. What I should say is if I did anything that does not have an NDR on it or something. DNR? What's it called anyway when you're not supposed to be talking about the project you're working on? Well, I'm allowed to talk about it, not allowed to show anything. I got crud on my glasses. But yeah, and after that I move on to drawing Bootleg Cookie and complaining a lot. So, yesterday was the premiere of the It's a Wonderful Life comic dub on Hype Voice Acting's channel. And it was also the first Saturday of the month. So are you gonna clean? Yes or no? Good enough. So I delayed my color challenge live stream for half an hour in order to be able to participate in the live chat for the reaction to the It's a Wonderful Life comic. A lot of people reacted to the Luigi X Peach kiss. And I was sitting here like, yes. I am only responsible for drawing it. Any complaints can go to Gabe. The joke is that at the time of recording this live stream, he's currently on vacation outside the country. So yeah, just drop it in the circular file if you got complaints. Color challenge. Because I decided to take them down so I could show you guys. Another thing that a lot of people commented on was they were hoping this would be a Walulina comic because Waluigi and Rosalina talk to each other, and that's enough. That's enough to marry them off. Do I ship them? Honestly, I'm very ace when it comes to shipping. Like, I ship Luigi and Daisy, but I seriously do not care for people who ship Luigi and Prince Paisley. I'm just like, yeah, Sure! Because some people get into fights. The way I see it, like, I have a collection of Luigis, okay? Just Luigis. I have tons of Luigis. I did not count them. Shipping is like my collection of Luigis. It doesn't matter if it's canon or not. You have like one little Luigi per ship. It's a different little Luigi. And that's fine. Because it makes you happy. My smallest Luigi is about this big. My biggest Luigi is... well, it's the... Illumination? I think that does the minions. That did the Mario movie recently. I'm gonna go and get him while we got the green screen not working on the big webcam screen, which is what we want. If I could just grab him and not throw 3 million of my... There we go. My biggest Luigi is actually a Bootleg Luigi backpack, but that's in my room and I don't feel... This is my biggest Luigi. My tallest Luigi is a stylus plush Luigi. So it doesn't really count as a Luigi, because literally it's a giant plush stylus for the DS and Luigi's head on top. Look at him. Look. My favorite part is the eyes. They decided to put shiny plastic on top instead of just printing them on the plastic of the doll. Oh, I have seen a lot of things. I will never blink. He's got, as you guys can see, he's got wires in his arms and legs to slightly pose. Eventually I would like to reorganize the plushie parts of my collection so I can put like the really small plushies on a chain hanging from my ceiling. So, we were talking about Waluigi and Rosalina. And of course, one of the first prompts that I got this Friday, like I got like 32. Like the pizza of the Wheel of Morality. It had so many tiny slices. But they were all there. But I still only make 4 cards because I only have one hand, and that hand is getting old. So the stream still lasted like, what, 2 hours, 2 hours and a half maybe? It was long. So, the first prompt that was picked, guess what? It was a Walulina pick. Vampire Waluigi and Aurora Rosalina. And I do say on stream, oh, you know what, I'm gonna make it romantic. Just to tease the shippers. Because, like I said yesterday, I am a horrible person. This is my idea of mischief. Because if you want me to be really evil, you need to be really evil to me first. Like, I'm never evil first, you know? This is retaliatory evil. When I am evil first, usually I'm trying to tease, I'm not trying to hurt. And the second one is already in a little plastic film because he is already sold. Alfred E. Newman. I'm gonna take him out. So there won't be a flash. There we go. From Mad Magazine. My first time drawing him, so that was nice. See, this is why I ask for prompts. Here I'm gonna take out Lobo right away because he's shiny as hell. For reasons that will be clear soon. Because I asked for prompts because if it was just of me, I would be drawing the same things over and over for this challenge. Which is why I admit I get really fucking tired When the same people suggest the same the same Nintendo princesses over and over and over and over, I know how to draw them. This is no longer a challenge. This is you just getting free requests. Because sometimes the Wheel of Morality is not with me, and it picks the princess. As you guys saw earlier, it picks the princesses. Like, it's supposed to be challenging. And at this point, like, dude. And here we have Lobo, and there you go. He's very shiny because, as you notice, the black part here is matte, and the black part here is very shiny because there is marker on top of the ink. Ideally, I should have put the marker under the ink, but I never said I was smart either. And usually when I draw Lobo, I like to draw him with his dreadlocks. But for a change, I wanted to do a little Beasley, and I like to think I did pretty good, and he's also already sold. Because the minute I finish these, I set them up. Hi, Coco, from the city bus. I usually set these up in my shop. And when I say, you're my commute music, oh, that's nice. And I say first come, first serve for a reason, because some of them go, like, immediately. Sometimes before I even have the time to announce them. So yesterday what I did is I uploaded them to the shop, and then I published them at the same time that I announced them. Try and give other people a chance. And finally we have Elmo wearing the mask. And if you're not sure which mask I'm talking about, the mask is supposed to be green, but it's a color challenge, and I did not have green on my bingo card this time around. So sometimes this week I will be posting the hex codes of the colors along with the logo that I usually use, that I replace my little webcam with during the color challenge. If you guys are interested in participating in the color challenge, it is literally just for fun. I don't have any giveaways, sadly enough. I have to concur on overused characters getting requested. Why not request Organic Angel Alexiel from Angel Sanctuary, Anthony from Dragon Gun, or Kay and Yuri from Dirty Pair? Okay, Dragon Gun is new to me. Dirty Pair, I am aware of. Angel Sanctuary, I'm pretty sure I know what that is, maybe. It sounds familiar. But yeah, Kay and Yuri from Dirty Pair, oh, I would do horrible, illegal things. I would love to draw Dirty Pair, and honestly, nothing is stopping me. I mean, look, it's September. It's my birth month. Hey, c'est dur à dire quand t'es français. I have some of those fancy ass, but actually super cheap. That's creepy AF. Autograph boards that I ordered like last year or something, or the beginning of this year, waiting for this month to play with them, because this is going to be my 43rd year alive somehow. But also my 40th anniversary of drawing in general. So that's why I ordered them, so I could, like, this is just one pack, I got another pack right here. I could draw Dirty Pair on one of these, and it would be so cute. I would love to draw Dirty Pair. Now I gotta go look at Angel Sanctuary, because it does sound familiar. Images. AI mode, no thank you. Okay, I recognize some of these because now I'm looking at the author of Angel Sanctuary. So maybe I know Angel Sanctuary from other stuff they did. Oh, you gotta love being ADHD. Like, wait, do I know this? I gotta figure it out right away. So yeah, I'm assuming that's Creepy AF was for Elmo wearing the mask. Like, I had a full list of characters wearing the mask. But I know the name of the person that suggested them, so at least it was not a fetish. It was just him messing with me. I bet you would love the manga. The 3-episode OVA, on the other hand, felt like a promo and a Cliff's Notes version. Oh, I don't like that. You gotta have some filler. But then again, OVAs, they're meant to be like that, you know? Like, I think there was a Vampire Hunter D OVA. Are OVAs kind of like, but not really pilots for show, or like they would like to make a show but they don't have the money or resources and then they do an OVA? Because that's not quite a movie either. So many questions. So I'm going to be scooting boogie some windows over here so we can get started on what we're here for, because surprisingly enough, we're not here just from a pretty face. There we go. What a surprise! Streamlabs bugged a little bit. Doink. There! Now, of course, all my chat windows are now on this side of the screen instead of right in my face, because right in my face is where we're drawn. But I will be constantly looking up, see if something happens. I used to have sound alerts and stuff like that, but that was all on the Stream Avatars, and Stream Avatars is busted right now. And yes, indeed, for those who have been following the comic, this is yet another goddamn episode about that crazy ex. Shiro, you had more exes than that. Why don't you talk about the other exes? Well, because they weren't crazy, and it doesn't make for good TV. That's exploitative. Good! You tried to exploit me plenty of times? See when I said I was a horrible person, but never the horrible person first? Shiro, you should be the bigger person. I'm 5'2", I will never be the bigger person. If you want me to be nice and sweet and feminine and stuff like that, maybe my childhood should have been a childhood and not a constant daily stream of horribleness towards me, because I am neurodivergent. I got ADHD. While I am not diagnosed. My mom is diagnosed, and it's genetic. Since my mom has it, I have it. And, like, we all know I have it. Like, I have so many symptoms of ADHD. It looks like I'm hypochondriac. Like that time I read, people with ADHD tend to have more nightmares than usual. And I'm like, really? That sounds awfully obscure. Why do I have that? Why is it that when I pretend that I'm reading something, I'm still like holding a newspaper or something? I read that like on my tablet right here, on my drawing tablet. It's a millennial thing because well, first of all, when I pretend I'm talking, I'm doing this. I'm not doing this. And like, clearly I have a smartphone. But, I also still have an old-fashioned phone. These are the ears of my Mickey Mouse phone. Despite all the video game talk, my office is actually Mickey Mouse themed. Apprends à écrire, Shiro. Now I'm all hyper because I really want to draw Dirty Pair. Back when I used to sleep with two pillows. Before the invention of ergonomic pillows. That's how old I am. For those who missed the part where I said my age out loud, or the age I'm going to be this month, I am older than Luigi. I am younger than Mario, but older than Luigi. And my father is older than the Flintstones. And that is the funniest anecdote. Because originally I was teasing my mom because I remembered, like, you know, the Flintstones started in the 60s. My mom was born in the 60s, and I was making jokes that she was older than the Flintstones. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go check. I'm gonna go check when the Flintstones premiered. And sure enough, turns out my dad is older than Flintstones. Dragon Gun was a 1992 arcade light gun game by Data East with a fantasy aesthetic. Oh boy, right there, Data East. Like, as I read that, the Data East jingle just played in my head. Now I gotta go look at images of Dragon Gun. Because you said that and I was thinking kind of like Dragon Half. Data East. Oh, look at that. It's a front-facing. Ooh, is that a dragon? Yeah, look at that. Now I'm looking at what I assume are the playable characters, and yeah, it checks out for Data East. And for some reason, there's an Instagram post here that says Dragon Gun and it's tagged Dragon Gun, but it's clearly a screenshot of Suikoden 1. I still need to buy the remake, well, the port of that on on Switch. I have Suikoden 1 on PlayStation, and my PS2 is backwards compatible and works. But the thing is, I don't have 2, and I would love to have 2, and the Switch port has 2. Like, I have Suikoden 1 and Suikoden 5. Nothing in between. I do have 2 on my PSP, but I'm old. Glasses. And I don't super like gaming on portable consoles as much. I like having my big giant screen and sitting back in my recliner. Ah, yeah. Of course, I'm not gonna bother with details of my bedroom, because I collect a lot of shit and will be here until tomorrow if I draw everything that was in my bedroom at the time. I think it was the time, because I don't think there was a TV between the time I sold him my old TV in my room, and then I got my purple transparent TV, which I still have, and which probably still works, except it has like a button broken on it. Purple see-through TV, matching remote, and the buttons on the remote glow in the dark, so... I don't really play shooters. The one shooter that I played regularly was really good at. Duck Hunt. Because otherwise, like, horror survivals, I love watching other people play horror survivals. I am way too trigger happy. Is that a zombie? Ah, click, 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 empty my entire clip, and it's just one zombie. And I'm just gonna draw Mom like this because of the way the door opened and where my bed was at the time. This is the kind of changes I will do to a comic, if only to help the framing. had this really weird comment about the previous comic, The Keys, like yesterday, and the comment itself was like super normal, and I tried to reply to it normally, because yes, I am capable of doing that. Like, the comment was like, the boy isn't even old enough to drink. Why do you expect him to be mature about this? And I was about to reply, well, actually, we're in Canada, and he was old enough to drink. And he was older than me, and I didn't act like that. So, yes, I did expect him. But, like, that person had dropped that comment and blocked me. So I deleted their comment. So, I mean, I can't interact with them. So, what's the point of keeping the comic? The comment? Like, what was that about? Well, were they afraid that I would go? It looks familiar? Did I trigger something? Are you saying that you are also the type to have been immature to the point of acting like that? Right now? As a grown-ass adult? Of course, this is just for my entertainment. Medusa hair. Because I'm trying to represent how freaking pissed off I was. Ah, perfect. I'm gonna do the speech bubble for this one, like, right away. For very obvious reasons. Oh, I can laugh now. I was not laughing then. Like, sir, I told you I did not want to see you. And you think you can talk your way in? Like, you gotta keep in mind, every time he pulled a stunt like that, where he expected me, like, to fold, like, the only reason he got away with as much as he did was scientific curiosity, because every time he would pull a stunt like that, I would look at him, like, when he expected me to look at him, like, oh no, please, I'm sorry. Like, now that I think about it, there are a lot of times where he expected me to apologize for something and I never did. Like when he told me that he didn't like it when I was talking to other guys. I think those times I did say, well, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna do it again. Like, sir or madame, I don't know who you are. I'm going to talk to whoever I want whenever I want. No! Oh, geez. Clara Trimble joined the party. Thank you, Clara, for joining the party. I hope you have a good time here. Clara Trimble, sorry. That's on me. Like that time I repaired his stereo. I'm assuming he expected, like, well, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to emasculize you, or however it's pronounced, by fixing your radio for you. Like, people who are comfortable in their masculinity will not get mad at you for doing favors for them, you know? Especially if those favors are supposedly male-oriented. Oh, my pleasure. Like, you know, somebody who's comfortable in his masculinity? My dad. My dad is super comfortable in his masculinity. He asks me for help all the time on supposedly male-based activity, like taking care of the house or cleaning up the filter for the water heater, but that's more because I have like this teeny tiny hand at the end of a teeny tiny arm. My hand fits. But for actual repairs and stuff like that, he always asks me first. Maybe there's one thing I cannot stomach is whenever I see somebody say that female presenting people should be submissive. Like, ew! You want to screw a pet? Ugh. Yuck. Yuck, 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 yuck. You better frickin' believe. Oop. My day is going good. I just heard the doorbell. So... yeah, it's my parents. Okay. That's what you saw real quick when I opened my messengers. Despite the complaining about the X, and there's going to be a couple more tidbits after this one across the coming weeks, because I have to put down on digital paper all that he did and that I did after this. Well, not everything. The part where he made a website specifically to shit on me, that's not even interesting. Because he would go on my website, read the blurb that I wrote, and then go on his own website and shit on it, calling me delusional. Like, imagine making a website just to shit on one person. Several comics, that's okay. A website? Because, like, this comic is autobiographical, so I'm really shitting on a lot of people, including myself. So if it happened, it happened. And that's that. Of course, it would be nice to have the Dragon Quest remakes too for Switch. But, like, what I would really, really like would be the Suikoden 1 and 2. Preferably. As physical media. Holy jeez. Where are my words? They're not in my mouth, that's for sure. Now, for those who had the time to read, Mom says here, he's here somehow because, despite being 19, he was like very closely monitored by his father. He didn't have his driving permit yet. Neither did I, honestly, because I tried the exam at 16 and I failed, so I had to wait a couple years to take it again. And he lived not only an hour away from where I live, but the road in between our towns is all forest. All forest. So, in order to see each other outside of college, it was really a special trip. So when I went to see him, I would stay there the entire weekend, and vice versa. So for him, at this time, after dumping him, I was at my home, he was at his, to then come see me, make a special trip just to see me. Yeah. That was not a good idea. I know what brush I want to use for that, if I can find it. Just gonna move that pencil down, and then while it does that, have a little sip, because it's important to stay hydrated, especially for me, because if I don't hydrate myself enough, if I don't finish this entire thing today, I'm not only going to have a mild headache, but I'm also going to have a very, very not mild pain in the back, so... And that's Mom telling me, yes, we're in. Sorry. I think it'll be funnier if I do the entire tooth. Of course, can't forget the halo. Mom didn't like him either. I like your creativity. Enjoy yourself. Thank you. I am enjoying myself. I always enjoy myself when I draw. I think that puts up my Twitch followers to 96 or 98. I would need to check. I really need to make more time to check my followers on my various accounts. But then again, at the same time, whenever I decide to check them, the number is always like way higher than I thought, and it's always a happy surprise. Like, I got high blood pressure, and I'm trying to keep my stress to a minimum, which is ironic considering I'm a comic artist. What are your thoughts on acrylic paint? I like it. But to be honest, I really only use it like in paintbrushes I have. Are they reachable? Where are you guys? I have a whole collection of Poscas. And I have some Artex brush nib acrylic paint brushes. And I like them. I do like using my Poscas, especially the white ones, to add highlights to my traditional drawings. Sometimes to do some mild corrections, but mostly for highlights. As for acrylic paint by itself, I don't use it as much. I draw more than I paint. I think last time I used it like semi-seriously was the last time I did a fake animation cell in the Ghibli style. because I have some acetate sheets, because I have the best friends ever. And I really wanted to try doing a fake animation cell. And now I have the materials. And to be quite honest, it is super fun! How long have you been streaming? In general? A couple years. It's just as, despite the gaming looking overlays and stuff like that, the backgrounds that are flashing behind all the screens are backgrounds from Final Fantasy VI. I think it's the iOS version that was shut down. I don't play games on my streams, I draw, so... That's probably one of the many reasons why, despite streaming for years, I don't have that many followers. And I don't want to hear about get a lot of real followers, buy followers, rent followers. No, I'd rather have actual, real, organic people that like my stuff, and not bots that risk shutting down my account for botting followers. Also, it doesn't help that I stream like only once a week, and like Twitch and YouTube wants you to post, well, all socials wants you to post content like every day and several times a day. And like, dudes, I'm busy! I have other things to do. I literally have other comics to attend to, and because I can't show them in public just yet, I can't stream them. Like, I don't have a whole team behind me. I don't even edit these streams when I'm done. Like, I get them recorded on YouTube. I change the description, and that's it. That's great, you seem passionate. I'm passionate about art, that's for sure. Like I said earlier, like, I've been drawing. I count picking up a pencil, or in this case it was a skinny Crayola marker at the time, for the first time as when I started drawing, because I never put that fucking pencil down. Like, I am turning 43 years of age this year, literally this month, at the end of the month. And I consider this my 40th anniversary of drawing. Like, if you go on my DeviantArt and you put in the keyword 1985, you will see a drawing of a dog and a bird, made clearly with Crayola felt pens. And that's when I started drawing. And what's your goals for the stream? For people to enjoy it, and I started streaming mostly so I could stick to a schedule to get my webcomic done on time for Friday. So this is really me using you guys as an excuse to get my shit together. So if you guys are entertained on top of that, well, that's a big plus. That's why I talk all the time. And when I stop talking, that's because I'm hyper-focusing. Because once again, lest we forget, I am neurodivergent. It's also why I struggle with keeping eye contact with the camera when I look up. Oh, there is something cool. Well, at least cool to me that is happening right now. Nice goals, thank you. On my Patreon, somebody, because I opened some chats, I have a regular chat on my Patreon, and I have an art tip chat. So if Patreon supporters need some help with art, that chat is there for that. And what I think is cool is one of my supporters is currently working. Hello everyone, hope your day is going well. My day is going fantastic, Paul, thank you. Is working on imitating the style I use for the Smack comics. And I was like, oh my god, this is so cool! This is the first time somebody wants to imitate my style! Because you've got a really nice vibe, thank you. Funnily enough, I'm also neurodivergent. Yes, my people! Come to me, my people. Let's all be weird together. Because I don't know if you guys notice, my username, like everywhere, is so very unofficial because my actual specialty is mimicking the style of other people. I do a pretty good Toriyama, I do a pretty decent Naoko. My Amano is improving, especially with the watercolor art challenge. Like, I just finished a cast of Final Fantasy VI. Now, this should be a little messy, because some pencil transferred over, but like, if you ignore the weird colors because of the chroma screen, right in the corner there, there's Sabin in the style of Amano. Here's Shadow. Ignore the fact that this looks pink, this is actually yellow. Like I said, it's the chroma screen acting weird. Anyway, it's all on my Instagram. So to have someone drop in my chat, showing me a work in progress of what they were doing, and tell me, yeah, I'm trying to imitate your style, and I'm like, ah! Yeah, but Shiro, do you imitate your style? Shush! I don't want to hear it. Let them have their fun. Is the first time it happens to me, I am over the moon. Also, I gotta write a note down about taking out that copy of L'Agent Orange that I have. Now that I have the one with the correct autograph to me. They are really nice art. Thank you. Like I said, the whole collection is like on my DeviantArt and my Instagram. It's all so very unofficial. You can't miss it. It's all the same name everywhere. I also want to share the colors that I used for yesterday's color challenge, so other people can participate. And like I said, sadly enough, unlike when Olo Markers did it, I have nothing on me that I can give away. Because I don't want, like, people to think that they have to, like, bust their asses making the best art ever with the minimal pencils, colors that they have access to. I just want them to have fun. There's, like, no obligation. Et aucun représentant n'ira chez vous. I'd wish Final Fantasy would go back to painted aesthetics. Me too. Everything looks so, like, glossy and the same as all the others. Hey again, sitting here with my groceries, waiting for a bus. You're my official commute entertainment. Yay, I'm entertaining. Oh yeah, that was me. Corpsey, hi! Wow, am I glad I was being honest and saying nice things about you. No, I'm all embarrassed, but I was saying nice things. I'm feeling as if I was saying, what a piece of shit trying to copy me. But I had... Every time you were talking to me about the project, and I wished, like, there was a notification anytime the chat updated. That's why some of my replies came, like, 2 days later, but the face I was making every time I saw you had an update, I was like... Oh, we have trivia. Speaking of Toriyama, Ocean Group voice actor Dale Wilson died earlier this year in addition to DBZ. Why do I always say DBZ? It's DBZ. Bzz. You worked on the Far Side TV specials, G.I. Joe, Street Fighter, and Darkstalkers. You're gonna have to narrow it down for G.I. Joe's because G.I. Joe's had a couple series. Which is not going to help because I watched them in French. G.I. Joe, les G.I. Joe sont là. I watched Dragon Ball Z in English. I caught a couple episodes in French when I was really young, and no. So very no. Never again if I can help it. Nope. This is a nice one, but nope. I had one specially for creepy shit. Where did I put it? I have way too many brushes, and it's my own damn fault. The late 80s episode, that Dick. Thank you! See, that's the ones I watched, because right after that in the 90s, it was G.I. Joe Extreme. And then after that, I don't know what else they did with G.I. Joe. Patreon chats are just like that, I guess. I had a lot of fun trying my hand at your SMA continued style. I'll be sure to do it again once I find some new Procreate brushes. Yay, experimenting! I love that. In the 2000s, everything was extreme! Yeah, because right before that, it was all super! I love experimenting, but I would like to remember where the frick I put the brush I want to use. Oh well, we'll make do. Or I'm gonna do that later, because I just got an idea, but I think it'll just be easier if I do all the other stuff first, because then we'll have a background and we'll have the characters masked. I'm guessing they expect for people that are actually popular, unlike me, having notification for chats would be like way too much, like ding 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 ding. Now, of course, for those who are curious, this is the Ice Cream Man brush. It's actually super easy to find. On the Clip Studio Asset Store. Look at that, I forgot to pencil this because I was busy talking. Whoop! Sorry. The dog yelped and I don't know why. So I'm just going to ink probably the neighbor minding their own business on their own backyard again. She hates that. How dare they? As I was saying, on the Clip Studio Asset Store, it is very popular. Plus, I do believe it's in the assets, the free assets channel. On my Discord. So very unofficial Discord. What are the odds? Now, most of them are CSP because that's what I use, but there is some Procreate stuff there, too. Also, the vector eraser, that's actually built in Clip Studio. So that's easier to find. Also, some of the palettes that I made, like I have a Yoshitaka Amano palette, I have a Ghibli palette, I have a... Did I put the Mike Mignola palette there? I don't think I did. Like, a bunch of them are free. The ones I made literally by myself. Because, like, somebody else compiled the colors for Amano and they offered them for free, so the Amano palette is also free. You know, stuff like that. It's all in my Ko-fi shop. A lot of them are free downloads. I have the Pantone dupe palette that Stuart Semple made. That's also free because he offered it for free for Adobe users. I converted it. My friend Paul converted it for me. But since the latest updates, various updates on Clip Studio, I can do it myself, apparently. Converted it to Clip Studio, and I offer that in my shop too. It's also a free download. I try to help whenever I can. When it comes to art, I do my best to help. And what I don't know, I will look up for somebody else. Because my Google Foo apparently works much better when I'm looking for something for someone else than when I am looking for something for me. I mean, good for the other person, but very frustrating for me. Now, the reason I do this, I put a color, and I do it also for Smack, for pretty much everything I do nowadays. I put a base color. This is actually black. It's just that I changed the layer color while I'm working on it so I can actually see what I'm doing. But then when I'm done, I turn it to black. It's to help minimize artifacts. Artifacts in this context are the little white dots where color was not applied, usually like near the ends of lines like this. Like when you try to color with the fill bucket. Part of me wants to start using CSP for projects like this, but it's a subscription art program and not a cheap one at that. Yes and no. Because the thing is, you can either choose to subscribe to it and get CSP 1. I'm using CSP version 4. You can buy like the full version, and what you pay the subscription for is for the updates. And of course, I always announce when there's a sale on Clip Studio, because I will be in my cold grave before I pay full price for something if I can help it. And like the only reason I willingly pay for the update license, and that's like once a year, is because I draw so freaking much and it's my job. So if there's some stability stuff or some new tools that I could use, yeah, I'm totally going for it. Because I know there's some tools I'm using like right now that either don't work or simply don't exist on Clip Studio version 1. But like I said, you could buy the full version of Clip Studio version 4. Or other versions. I'm pretty sure they still got them. Haven't been on the site for a long while. but you wouldn't be able to update it when there's new features. At least that's how I understand how it works. And I don't have enough experience with the other paint programs to be able to recommend them. Like for me, where I'm at in my career right now, this is the best setup for me. And yeah, Coco's right, a subscription only on tablet. Right now, I am using Clip Studio on tablet / on phone as we're speaking, because it has a companion mode feature. And like, if you want to use Clip Studio for free, it's 30 hours a month. It used to be 1 hour each day for a month. Now it's 30 hours a month if you want to use it free. But companion mode that I use, basically what I use it for is to have access to my quick access menus, which are here, and where I keep most tools that I use most often for different projects. Here you have the tools that I use for Smack, Charybdis, Aurora Ronin, Bootleg Cookie. There's a lot less. And I use it as an extra tool while I'm working on my computer. And that part is free. That part is not limited to 30 hours. Companion mode free the entire time. I'm gonna go get some cute purple, because if it was that bed, more than likely it was the unicorn bed set. I'm just going to make the bed sheets themselves a little lighter, if only for a minimum visual interest. But it was all the same color. I still have that bed set. It just doesn't fit my current bed anymore. It's still a twin bed that I have, because I am twin-sized. It's just that it's a very tall mattress. And back then, in the 90s, mattresses were thin. And indeed, I also have pre-made palettes for different projects too. I usually make a palette if it's a project that I work on a lot, often, because I have a palette for Smack. Corbsy knows that because I shared it with them. There's a palette for Aurora Ronin, a palette for Auric. And of course the fun palettes that I built for Clip Studio. But I absolutely understand not wanting to, well, not being in a hurry to try Clip, because I love it. I've been using it since it was called Mango Studio 4, so it's been a while. And I keep using it because, one, I love it, and two, Photoshop can't mine. And I'll leave it at that. Also, part of the reason I also have Procreate is because I have somebody else that I help with his art, and he uses Procreate, so I'm trying to learn Procreate to help him. And I do have 2 or 3 Procreate assets on in the shop. I don't have Procreate brushes yet because I don't really want to work on brushes. It's just that it's going to take so much time, you know, to convert my brushes into Procreate brushes, and I don't quite understand the process yet, but I will eventually. Just right now, I'm like ridiculously busy. But if there's a demand, I'll consider it at least. See, I was talking about artifacts earlier. Those are artifacts. I can cover them easily. The only one of the 4 that has a price tag is Open Canvas. I don't know, I'm just reading what Ronald just said. Did I even try Open Canvas? I tried GIMP. I loved GIMP until it broke down on me. GIMP was what I used to use before Clip Studio. As I was saying earlier about this, it's black because after that, when I put it a different color so I can see what I'm doing, but after that, when I turn it back to black, if I miss some spots near the line art, those spots are now black instead of white, and nobody will notice. That's the trick. I forgot that on PC you have a choice of a subscription or not. I just looked at a subscription tied to CSP on iPad and figured it was the same on PC. Like I said, yes and no, but it's not obligatory to be subscribed on PC. It is an option, But you can buy the full version. You just can't update it without the update license. Like some security updates, some stabilization updates, I'm pretty sure those are free. But like if there's new tools, new options that they put in, like filters or stuff like that, those you can't get without the update subscription. Oh, this is gonna take forever. There we go. Oof, not you. I'm gonna put a starting and ending on here. Ah, there we go. We got something now. And yeah, that's a dumb trick, but if you make multiple layers of the same thing, it's going to make the line art of the thing you're doing darker. It's stupid, but it's true. And then I'm going to turn it off so we can have more spooky tea. And then we're going to add some color in the back. Put the text back on. Remember to put the gutters white again. We almost had a gray comic 2 comics ago. So I keep the gutters gray to make it easier on my eyes, because that's a lot of screen staring with a flashlight in my face. I'm back for the end. Yay! Hey, hi again, Coco. But this time, instead of the usual washy colors that I use, we are going for gradients. I haven't used gradients in a long time. Love the Medusa hair. You can't do that now. Well, they're inchworm hair now. Woo! If there's one thing I don't like is when people look at a comic and go, "Oh, you were so cute with long hair." First of all, this is not my shape. I am not shaped like a bean. I am shaped like a bean salad. Secondly, having long hair is actually very traumatic for me. Because it represents back when every day was traumatic for me, basically. So saying that you were so cute back when you were traumatized and you had a specific type of ideation that I'm not gonna say on stream because Twitch and YouTube are not gonna be happy with me. But yeah, by the time I started this comic 10 years ago, I felt a lot better about myself. Like when I say I'm shaped like a bean salad, it's not necessarily an insult. Like I am soft and delicious. Oh, I should put my black. I also do my black when I need black as a color. Like we're not talking about inking, we're talking about filling in black. I usually do the black on a separate layer because for some reason when using the paint bucket or a paint bucket like tool, it's always better to set the paint limit a little further than your line arts to avoid artifacts as much as possible. But when using black as a color, I don't know, the tool doesn't quite understand what you want and it will overlap on that black. So that's why I use a different layer completely when I need black as a fill-in color. Photoshop used to be great 20 years ago, but now it has become bloatware. Do not get me started on Photoshop. Do not. We are at the end of the stream. You get me started on Photoshop. I will be cancelled. Dishonor on me, dishonor on my cow. I am not a fan of Photoshop, and I'm not even talking about the ways Adobe fricked over its customer base over the years. The last time I successfully used Photoshop for something, it was called Photo Deluxe. And the UI looked like a cork board. That is how old I am. Thanks for a great show, Shiro. Your comic looks awesome. Thank you. Oh, we have 4 people on stream. That is so fun. That is a lot of people for me. And let's not forget to turn the paper white again. Now let's do the overlook. Oh yeah, whenever possible, depending on your font, the font you're using. For this one, I'm using back issues from Blambot. Like here, I should probably put a lowercase I, but it's just like it's the beginning of the sentence, so I'm just gonna leave it there. But whenever possible, use an uppercase I only when using the pronoun I, and everywhere else use the lowercase I when you're doing a comic. It usually looks better, it's more streamlined, and don't tell me, tell Nate Picos, however he pronounces it, from Blambot. He's the expert. I got his book. I have yet to read it. Like, I read it right up until I found a typo, and then I told him. And it's not like I'm shunning the book. I have ADHD. I just need to get back to it eventually. You're always adorable, New. Of course I am. And my mom is like, oh, yeah. Oh, dude, they're gonna kill you, bro. But yeah, with that, I believe we are done. What time is it? 2:39. And that's not bad. That's not bad. I also notice I am so distracted that it doesn't matter if I'm trying to keep you guys entertained while streaming or doing the comic on my own, because we had a couple of weeks where the audio was not working. Whatever I did. It always takes me like around 2.5 hours to do one of these, because I get distracted regardless. So if I gotta be distracted, might as well make it fun for you guys. That's what I say. So I'm just gonna put this here and scoop the window over here so I can read the supporters as fast as I can, because we cannot forget to give extra special caramel drizzled chocolate syrup rainbow sprinkle thanks to our supporters. Loop, thank you. Amber B, Paul K, Messenovis, Sir E Othered, Bad at Multiplayers, Blah 6, Laura S, Matthew H, Corpsey, part-time supporters, Super Dude at 808, and Rocket Mouse. Your continued or part-time support is always appreciated. I am gonna have a gigantic cup of tea as soon as I finish this stream. I hope you guys had fun watching me draw this. I had a fun drawing it. I'll see you guys next week, I believe, if all goes well. Of course, supporters get to take their time and read this comic until it comes out on Fridays. Yeah. It's gonna be Sunday, September 14th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That's my time, not your time. Maybe your time. I don't know you. I don't know your life. You guys are fun that I said that part. Yeah. It's not even written down. It's a script that I have in my head, because I'm an idiot and I don't write shit down when I should. I'll see you guys next week. I love you all, and bye-bye.